Good morning, students. Children, in this chapter number 10, Transport and Communication, we have to discuss, or we are going to discuss different means of transport or modes of transport, that is roadways, railways, waterways and airways, and then we will come to communication, different means of communication. Now, coming to this chapter, already we had a discussion on roadways, that how roadways are very important for transporting goods and people. We have different kinds of roadways in India. We have metal roads which are like used, made with the help of, you can say concrete roads, like used for with stones and tar and cement. Then we have non-metal roads like the kacha roads which you find in villages maybe. Then we discussed about the different types of roads, that is state highway, then which is the roads within the state. Then we have national highways which join one state to another, the capitals and even some of the important cities and towns between the states. Then even we have express highways, isn't it, children? You must have traveled from Vadodara to Ahmedabad, where the express highway, it's where the cars can move very fast, and there are provisions for vehicles to enter in a when another town or cities come, then only you can move out or move in the express highway. So they maintain some proper traffic rules. Okay. So coming to the next topic, that is railways. You all must have traveled by train, isn't it? Some of you may enjoy a lot when you go in a train, and the journey is very enjoyable, where you can have a look, different scenes when you travel by a train, and it is really a enjoyable mode of transport to travel by. Now, trains, children, or railways are the lifeline of the people of India. Why lifeline of the people of India? Because every day thousands and thousands of people travel by train. Just imagine, thousands of people they travel, because you must have seen that when those trains where they are very it's packed, and people, there is a heavy rush for people to travel by train, and not only people travel by train from one place to another to visit somewhere or to go for an important work. Even every day the local train, you must have seen especially the trains of Mumbai. Every day thousands of trains run in Mumbai, where people from far off places come for their job, and again in the evening they go back to their homes. Even in Gujarat also we have people coming from Surat or Vadodara. Many places they go to these their factories for their jobs by local trains. So they are very much important. The railways are important in the life of the people. It is very overcrowded. You will see people even hanging out of the trains. That is very dangerous. Okay. So railways are the lifeline, because it is also the price of the ticket is also cheaper than other means of transport. Every day if you have to travel, if you can travel by train, it is much cheaper than the other modes like buses or cars. They are very expensive. So this is why people prefer traveling by train. Children, the first train which ran in India, we are talking about India, is from Bombay to Thane. Now at that time Mumbai was known as Bombay, and from Bombay to Thane in 1853. Thane is also in Mumbai. It's just adjoining, adjusting area in Mumbai. Okay, and from Bombay to Thane it moved from in 1853, and the train looked like this. Okay, can you see it? The train, as I have shown you, the first train in the world that you move in Europe, in England, and this is in India, and this is James Watt. I had already shown that he was the inventor of steam engine, which brought a revolution, a change in this, because at that time, with the help of steam engine means, you know, use coal and then the steam come out and that pushes the engine. It was just a revolution in this field of industry. Not only that, the trains started moving much faster. Okay, so the first early trains in India also moved in steam engine, but it was rather slow if you compare with modern trains of India. Now the trains of India, they run on diesel or electric engines. So you must have seen electric engines. The local trains mainly, they move on electrical engines. Even some of them are diesel, run by diesel engine also. So this is how things are changing, and now you know that we are going to have bullet trains. Yes, and I show you a bullet train. It is one of the fastest train in the world, especially the countries like Japan, France, they have bullet trains. It is a super fast train, and things will have a like a great leap when this we have the bullet trains. Already the tracks have been made, you must have seen it. Now this Rajdhani, at present we have Rajdhani and Shatabdi Express, which run around 120 to 130 kilometers per hour. When the bullet trains will come, I know you will have a great thing. And then we have metros, where underground tracks are being made, because you know the roads are very congested, and railways, they run on tracks. They need special tracks to move on, so they need a lot of space to move from one place to another. Even you have in Bombay monorails, you must have seen a single track where the train move on the, it is a raised way. Monorails, you know, when the cities are very overpopulated and there is a demand of different modes of transport, these things are made. Then we have metro rails, where underground tracks have been constructed, means tracks have been made under the ground, making tunnels, and the trains move under the ground. Some of the metro rails nowadays, you will see that though they start under the ground, they come up on the surface. There are metro rails first metro rail was made in India, in Kolkata, then followed by other places. You have in Mumbai, you have in Delhi, and then Bangalore, and now in Ahmedabad also they are, construction is going on. So people can travel by metro rails in large number. People can go to their job or offices or for any other work in huge number in metro rails, because it is very super fast, you know, that it runs under the ground. Okay, so this is all about the railways. Railways not only carry people from one place to another, it also carries goods. We have goods train, you must have seen goods train, children, trains carrying goods from one place to another. Even they carry petroleum, they carry coal. So it's a very important, many places we will see that from the coal mines there are single track trains, means smaller trains moving from that coal mines to the factories, where the trains move to the industrial areas, because if you send these by truck, or they are more expensive, but if you send by train, it is less expensive, and you can send in bulk. So, and you can understand in a truck how much space you will get. Trains are much spacious, and you can carry large number of things in a train, in a single train. You must have seen a small train running in Bharuch also. It comes from the industrial area of the Dahej, and there are railway tracks within the city. So trains carry people and goods from one place to another. It is a cheaper mode of transport, so it is called the lifeline of India. Thank you, children.